welcome. I just want to go over that this is a role play video, and so it's for a class, and it's not a real counseling session, but just a role play video. So,
Sure.
what brings you in today?
I have these recurring dreams, and I just can't figure out what they mean.
Okay.
So you want to hear about them?
Yeah. Well, yes. Start with the first ones that have been. Go ahead.
The basic scenario is that I'm going on a trip. I could be going to the beach. I could be going to the mountains to go snow skiing and all that going to the mountains entails. Or I could be going to New York City. And let's say it's a 5 or 6 day trip.
Mm-hmm.
We're going home on Saturday. It's Friday afternoon. We still haven't seen any plays in New York. We haven't had a hot dog. We haven't gone to Central Park. It's like, what have we done?
Mm-hmm.
If we're at the beach, it's Friday afternoon. We're leaving Saturday morning. Still haven't made it to the beach. We're staying in a condo
Mm-hmm.
on the
Mm-hmm.
beach.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't gone down to the beach. Still haven't gotten in the water. Still haven't worked on my tan. And it's almost time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing if you go to Colorado. Still haven't been snow skiing. Still haven't been snowmobiling. I don't know what it is that I'm doing, but I'm not getting done what I went on these trips to do. That's
Mhm.
one problem.
Mm-hmm.
Another problem in the trip is that when it comes time to go and to start packing up, it's like I've brought everything with me but the kitchen sink, and now I've got one suitcase, and I've got to decide what I'm going to take back home with me
Mm-hmm.
and what I'm going to leave behind, because I can't take all of it on the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third problem is I'm not even sure when our flight is. I haven't checked to see what time it is. I haven't made arrangements for a car to pick us up or figured out how we're going to get to the airport. And more than likely, we're probably going to miss our flight because I don't even have a clue what time the flight is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what is weird about these dreams to me is the fact that I'm very much a planner. I mean, like days, weeks, months in
Mhm.
advance. I plan my trips. I know which day we're going to go to the beach, and I know which day we're going to go see a play, and I know which day, we're going to go to the hot dog stand, and I do all the research, and I know what I want to do, and I know when I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can make reservations, I've made reservations to do it
Mhm.
in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But in these dreams, it's nothing like me.
So, in these dreams, is somebody else responsible for the planning of what y'all do, or was it still you? Is it still very much seeming like it's you're in control of it, but
Mhm.
not in control of it?
Mhm. Mhm. And and then the thing too about when it's time to pack up and go, I've got to make these decisions on what to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's just weird to me.
Have you ever had a problem? Because I know you've taken a lot of trips
Mhm.
in the past. Do you usually have a problem with packing your luggage and
Never.
having to make a decision of something to
No.
leave behind?
I never have.
Hmm.
That's why these dreams are really boggling my mind, because they're not any situations that have ever came up
Mm-hmm.
in a real trip that I've taken.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, it's like in the back of my mind, am I having some anxiety that when I go on a trip I'm going to lose my mind temporarily and not do anything that I want to do, and then I don't realize it until it's time to get ready to leave? I don't know, it's really weird.
Yeah, because normally when you're planning of trips, you plan everything, like you said, to the T, what you're going to do each day.
Pretty much.
So in the dreams, when you realize towards the end of the trip that you haven't done anything that you were normally planned to do, do you remember doing anything, or was it just a blank? Like,
It's just a big blank.
hmm.
I don't remember anything else really about the vacation. I don't really remember getting there. I don't remember doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I was so busy doing this over here that I never did that over there. It's just that I'm on a trip and bam, it's the day before it's time to go, and you haven't done anything you wanted to do. It's like, time's up. Decide what you're going to leave behind. Your plane leaves in 30 minutes. How you going to get there?
Mm-hmm.
It's like an insane game that I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna pick to take with you?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna make it to your flight? Are you gonna make it home? You gonna get stuck here? And none of that's ever happened. None of that's even come close to happening to me. So that's why I find it very weird that I keep having it, because I've had this dream at least a dozen or more times.
Okay. And when did they start happening? When do you remember them beginning?
Well, that's a good one. I've been having them for several years.
Okay.
Yeah. I've probably been having them for 5 or 10 years.
Okay. And then when did you start traveling more?
Probably in
Around
the last.
the same.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I think I may have the dream more often as a trip gets closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when I've got one already planned and I'm looking forward to it,
Mm-hmm.
I might have that dream a little bit more often than normal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any trips planned. Well, I just planned one tonight, but it's over a year away. So, I probably maybe I won't start having that dream until a few months before the trip. And I guess when the anticipation starts
Gets
building
closer.
up.
Mm-hmm.
But it just really seems kind of weird for somebody that's as organized and such a planner
Mm-hmm.
that I'm, the last day of a trip and haven't done what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
Do you think that it could be that part of your anxiety of things that, even though you're such a planner and you have everything down to the T from like when you're getting on your airplane, when you plan every little detail, every piece of clothing that goes in your luggage, like it just is counting for things that possibly could go wrong, even though you've already planned to the nth degree that it's not going to go wrong.
I don't know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. And so you don't have another trip planned until later on, you said, for another
About a
year.
year.
Mm-hmm. And then you said you had another dream.
About my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, actually, the anniversary of her death, her three-year anniversary was at the 2nd of this month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been about 3 weeks ago. And I've had dreams where, and it's kind of like the vacation dream. I don't know what happened leading up to it. It's just like, bam, all of a sudden I'm at my parents' house and there's my mom. And you're like, huh? And she's like, well, yeah, I mean, and it's like she doesn't really come out and explain, like, well, I really didn't die. It's just assumed. It's not, it's weird because I've talked to people about it before with friends, and they're like, are you sure you're not just going back in time before she died? And I'm like, no, I'm very much, for whatever reason, I'm very much aware that it's not something I'm not dreaming about when she was alive. Mm-hmm. I'm dreaming about something that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
This dream is post her death,
Mm-hmm.
and she's back.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, okay, Dad's remarried. All your clothes are gone. Now what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to that, I'm pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I am pissed. Why would you do that to your
Mm-hmm.
family? Disappear for a year or two and then just pop back up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
And where have you been? You got some explaining to do. I mean, I'm mad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a very long dream. And there's not a lot of detail. It's just, I'm very well aware that it's not going back in time when she was living. She has actually come back, and I'm mad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the gist of the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And that I don't feel like I've had a hard time with her death or anything, but that's weird.
And how
To
long
me.
have those dreams been happening?
I'd say probably for a couple of years.
Okay. And she's been gone 3 years now, you
Mhm.
said?
Mm-hmm.
And then you said that you don't think that you've had any problems with her death and passing, like you
Mhm.
came to terms
No, I
with
mean,
it.
I've accepted it. Kind of seems unreal sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Maybe. So, when you called, I'm gonna kind of bring out, just because it sounds like there's a lot of anxiousness. I know with the trips, there's a lot of anxiousness, but then maybe there's something, underneath that you're thinking about, like with your mom, and as far as, you know, things, because you're saying that things are, like, it's in present day and things have moved forward, and yet she's coming back, but time has moved without her. Like, she's just kind of trying to jump in and things have already happened. And so, and it's hard to reconcile how you blend the current life to something that was in the past. Like, how do you bring those two together? Sounds like there's a lot of anxiousness. So when you call to make the appointment, I'm gonna ask you kind of to rank, you know, kind of how you want, what you can get the best out of this therapy session. And so, you know, you called with these issues that you have, these things that are going on, and so that would be a 1. And then if feeling better, having less dreams, feeling more confident about, you know, basically there's something going on where these dreams are coming up. But, you know, if we resolve those things and you were a 10, what would you say you are right now?
Maybe about a 5 or 6.
Okay. So better than when you first called.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think would need to get to the next? So 5 or 6. What do you think how would you know if you made it to the next level? To the next number. So maybe if you were 6, how would you get to a 7?
Maybe if I could get to the point to where maybe I didn't have these dreams as often, or maybe I would get some more information. Maybe something would click and I could figure out why I'm having these dreams, and I would feel, I don't know, a clue.
Okay.
If I could find some kind of, maybe I do have some underlying anxiety, you know, about traveling. I don't feel like I do, because I really enjoy it and I love the planning part of it.
You're always excited about going on these trips, never like a fear.
Not at all. It really seems bizarre.
Okay.
So if there is something underlying, if I could figure out what it was, that'd get me to a 10 for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna work to try to get you further up to see what we can, so we can rest some of this so you can wake up and feel happy.
Yeah.
And not have
because when Mom shows up, I'm mad. I wake up mad.
Yeah.
Why would she do that? You know, why would you do that?
Because what has happened in the 3 years that she's been gone, she's missed out on so much.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Okay. Well, I think that's about all for now. Thank you so much. Until the next session.
Okay, thank you.